I'm good. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm good.
First of all, what are your just kind of first thoughts about just this time period and getting acclimated with the new coaching staff and kind of the uniqueness of this time right now?
Oh, man, it's cool. It's cool getting back. I'm actually from Dallas, so being back here is always good to come back home where my family and stuff is. I have some familiarity with some of the coaches, coaching with some of the guys in Chicago. I actually coached with Steve Shimko in junior college, which is crazy. Yeah. so getting back here and getting back with everybody, it's been a very good experience for me.
Went to Samuel, right?
I did go to Samuel. I'm from Pleasant Grove, man. Blue Spartans.
So was it, when this job opened up, was it like, oh, I got to take it, or was it just?
Nah, it's funny you say that because people have asked me that before. Like, man, you back home, that's where it is. But it's a few different things. One, it's exciting to be back home. I love being in Texas. Of course, Texas have a lot of pride, so I love being that. But also being back where everybody knows me, everybody, all my family's here. That's a give and take with that. All the familiarity, but also I was able to be away from a lot of stuff too. So, but being back, I'm definitely excited about being back in Dallas.
So does the wife say, okay, I'm handling the tickets request now?
yeah. No question. She's always had to handle that. I was like, hey, y'all had a question about tickets. I said, y'all go ask her. Don't ask me. No, I said, I got to focus on the game plan.
Was one of those things where you always maybe aspired to coach back in Dallas, but you wanted to kind of work out on its own terms, or how did that kind of journey back here work?
Yeah, so I never had aspirations to say, hey, I want to coach for this team, or I want to be back in this spot. I just wanted to have opportunities to advance my career, opportunity to be a good coach, opportunities to really just to ascend as high as I possibly can, and follow the path that the Lord has laid out for me.
It's important to come back with Flus because you were with him in Chicago, and how important was that to be here with him?
So Flus has been a great mentor for me as a player because, he was my defensive coordinator and position coach in college. Then as a mentor for me as a coach, seeing the intensity that he brings, the intelligence that he has, and the way he connects with players, it was always good. So then having an opportunity being back here and he and I talking and having to come in knowing that I know his system, I know what he expects, and he knows what I'm going to give him as well. So that was definitely a great experience.
How much can you guys, because there's such a few guys from Chicago, that you guys can kind of hit the ground running a little bit, even if you're still learning the players, that you guys know what you want?
Yeah, learning the players is going to be a big deal because in order to make our system go, you got to have the guys, and you also got to know how to coach the guys you have. So building a connection with the players, building a relationship with them to know how to coach them is going to be huge for us. But the four guys that we do have back here that were with us in Chicago, we all know the system from different parts. Like Brian being our assistant D-line coach, knows the fronts. I've been in the secondary for a long time with Flus, and Andre Curtis being the secondary, and then Dave Berganzi being the linebacker level. So we're able to take all those parts and put them together and be able to teach them to some of the other coaches that are here, but also having coaches that weren't with us, bringing in other ideas, but also other experiences is going to be great for us.
How do you assess the current state of the secondary, with Bland and the safeties back there, Diggs going through his injury right now?
I'm excited to coach these guys. I'll tell you, that's one of the things that really attracted me here. There's some talent. There's some talent right there, and I'm excited to get a chance to be with those guys, get my hands on them. I've been having great conversations with them, met with a lot of them a lot of times. So I'm definitely excited to coach those guys.
Flus talked about how, and Andre Curtis talked about taking the ball away is going to be the priority with your guys' defense. Those two guys, Ron Bland and Trayvon Diggs, are known for taking the ball away.
Oh, no doubt.
Is that something that can be taught, or how excited are you as a coach to be like, hey, they already kind of got that demeanor and mentality?
Yeah, but listen, when that ball's in the air, that's our ball, right? I always tell the DBs, if the quarterback threw it, that means he didn't want it anymore. So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if he threw it to you, that means he thinks his guy is better than you are. So you should take offense to that. You should be extremely upset that he decided to say, you know what, the guy lined up across from you was better than you, so I'm going to throw it to you. These guys already have a mentality that the ball's in the air, it's theirs, and we just continue to build on that, but also build that mentality like you're being disrespected by throwing the ball to me. You threw it to me, you need to throw it to somebody else because my dude ain't open. So
you got some guys, and those guys are veterans now at this point, but also some young guys, Kalen Carson. How do you kind of balance coaching the older guys who kind of get that, and also some of the younger guys who are trying to develop into that?
Well, that goes back again to knowing the guys you're coaching, knowing how to teach them, but also you got to. Jimmy Johnson actually had a quote that he said when he was at the University of Miami. He says, if treat a man as he is, and he'll remain as he is. Treat a man as he could be, and he'll become what he should be. So that's why I believe in doing that. You treat someone as if they were a starter. You don't treat anybody as if they're a backup, right? You teach that man if he can grow into a starter. Well, you coach him as if he's going to be a starter. If you have a starter, like you have a Deron Bland, you have a Trayvon Diggs, and those guys supposed to be all-pro players, well, you coach them to be all-pro players, and they can achieve those things as well. You never let anybody sit back. Don't put a cap on anybody. Yeah.
What's the first place you ate back in Dallas?
Man, you know what? I want to hit some different places that I hadn't been before. So I actually went to Frisco Fresh Market out here. And you know they had all the booths and stuff. I went this past weekend. It was good. You know, I went to they had like a chicken and waffle spot in there. It was really good. I don't pass up on chicken and waffles too often. So.
Whataburger been hit yet? Or?
Oh, not yet. But you know I got to hit Whataburger. That's one of the biggest things. You know, when you're from Texas, you don't actually say Whataburger. You say Whataburger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
So you know now.
Yeah, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you say it.
Overstreet, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. And we talked a lot about Diggs and Bland and what they can do. And we're talking to you guys, Curtis, Flus, about the scheme that you guys are going to. What's the balance and challenge of trying to make sure the scheme is successful, but also not letting the scheme trump the bottom line of putting guys in positions to be successful?
Yeah, no question. So you tell the guys the X and O is going to take you so far. But at the end of the day, you still got to be able to play ball. And that's what you got to do. You got to be willing to allow yourself to adjust to the players you have. You can't necessarily try to get a player and try to get him to conform to what you want to do, but you got to make adjustments. Like, hey, this is the way we're going to stand. Well, if this dude isn't comfortable in that stance, well, you got to be able to adjust that stance so he's comfortable enough to play. And say, hey, you got to also give your guys the freedom to be able to move around and make adjustments on their own because they playing. We're not playing. You know, it's 72 and sunny on the sideline, but they finna get hit in the face. You know, so you got to allow them to come back off and make that adjustment for you. They can say, I can ask, man, why'd you do that? Well, I saw him doing this because they're studying tape too. And they may pick up on something that a guy is doing on the field that you can't see from the sideline. And they come back and tell you this is why they did it. And now you can have a discussion. All right, so this was going on, so let's do this, guys.
All right, last one right here.
Yeah, coverage is often talked about being married to the pass rush. I mean, I know he's not your position, but when you know about Micah Parsons and see what he's going to be able to do, how much does that excite you from a coverage standpoint to know that what he can do as a pass
The
rusher?
best secondary is a good D-line. Quarterback can't throw the ball if you're on his back. So that make you look real good when the ball come out wobbling. You know, we can pick off anything. That thing going end over end, you know. So,
Thank you.
all right, I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, thank
Yeah,
y'all.
Joe Hoyt, All City.
Hey,
Nice
David
to meet you.
Overstreet, man.
Garrett Podell,
Hey,
CBS Sports.
nice to meet you.
What's up, man? Tommy Yarn, DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, nice to meet you, man.
He is off the ticket.
All right, nice to meet you.
Patrick Walker.
All right, great talking to you.
Welcome.